It's your girl, pop culture goddess. Hi, my culture heads. How y'all doing? I hope you're doing okay. It is very sad to report that the Black Panther star, Tenoch, has been accused of being a predator by a well known activist and survivor of an acid attack, Maria Elena Ríos. Let's get into this. So, Marvel star of the $860 million blockbuster accused of assault in a bombshell revelation. Okay. Marvel often hires Hollywood's A-list celebrities for their roles, but sometimes they take a chance on rising stars. The most recent film, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, served as a tribute to the late Chadwick Boseman, while also introducing a new character to Marvel Cinematic Universe, Namor, played by Tenoch. Tenoch was quick to climb the ladder as he became a fan favorite in no time, often being labeled as Marvel's Aquaman because of his underwater kingdom. However, the importance of his character goes beyond just surviving underwater, as he was presented as the first indigenous superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is why a ripple of shockwaves has erupted after Tenoch has been accused of alleged sexual assault. Now, Maria Elena Ríos is an acid attack survivor. That's right, her former boyfriend had it arranged for her to have acid poured on her. Now, Rios is a well known saxophonist and an acid attack survivor who has opened against Tenoch and accused him of alleged sexual assault. Maria took to Twitter to talk about a podcast, Panda, Potter podcast that didn't pay her for her work. In addition, she also highlighted that this wouldn't be the first time this has happened to her, as Maria speaks up about her previous employer and unpaid efforts. She talks about how they had backed up Tenoch in the past and calls him a sexual predator. This is what she's talking about, the podcast, Potter. Okay. Her tweets are in Spanish, but one of her tweets about Tenoch is in Spanish and loosely translate. I made it very clear to them when I left their sect that they protected and they protect the violent and sexual predator of at Tenoch, that they did not publish, that they should not publish anything about me. They still went and published stuff about me. Maria has also taken up the liberty to respond to fans regarding the matter, and it won't be long before this takes over the internet, especially as Marvel hopes to make Tenoch a big part of the franchise. But it looks like that might not happen. Okay, this might not happen. Marvel star Tenoch, who recently portrayed Namor in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, has been accused of sexual assault online by Mexican saxophonist and renowned activist Maria Elena Ríos. In a series of public tweets, Maria attempted to distance herself from the podcast Poder Prieto, a organization focused on combating racism in Mexico, of which the Black Panther two-star Tenoch is a member of this podcast organization group. So, in one tweet translated from Spanish, she claims that Tenoch to be a violent and sexual predator, and that the organization allegedly pursued her in order to avoid scandals over their Marvel movie. I made it very clear to them when I left their sect that they protect the violator and sexual predator of Tanakh, that they not publish anything about me. They still went to look for me at a hypocritical ball concert to avoid scandals over their Marvel movie. Maria continued in a follow up tweet saying it is difficult to discuss the abuse of power of a sexual predator who is loved for playing a character in a movie, and claimed that Tanakh was charming in appearance and a narcissist. It is very difficult to talk about the emotional abuse and abuse of power of a sexual predator. Whew. The activist did not go into detail about her claims, but did respond to another user on Twitter who asked whether Tanakh had assaulted her, saying, "There are several more," meaning there are several more people that have said that this man has sexually assaulted them or abused them in some way. Ooh, child. So this is not looking good. And he was rumored to be returning for Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. But this don't look good, because now look, Marvel is taking hits right here. You got Jonathan Major situation where he was arrested and accused of sexual assault, and now you have Tanakh going through a situation, and now there are tweets surfacing of Tanakh making some kind of comments that are not sounding too good. Let me see if I can pull it up. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, you can see it. I just want to make sure that y'all able to see this. Scroll up. Okay. Some of Tanakh's old tweets are resurfacing, and men are so vile. Give them an ounce of power access and they'll be predatory every time. Endless solidarity with Maria Rios, his survivor. Also, anyone I see making this about the future of the MCU is getting blocked. So this is Tenoch. This is what Tenoch wrote, and it was translated from Spanish by Google. And it says, "We are all potential, all words, murderers, PR members, sons of bees, etc., for being human beings and not for having a dick. Don't F around." What? Did he just write that we are all potential? No, we not. Boo boo. I don't know where you're coming from, but this was in 2017 that he wrote this. Mm, mm, mm. This part, and it's terrifying because these men are literally trained actors who are applying their craft to fit a archetype and safety in an industry built by and for predatory men. It's just so sickening. So somebody wrote that, to be fair, this is mistranslated. The "don't F around" should be more of "be for real." But that's aside. Yes, he's absolutely guilty. Men and women, but yes, he should be held accountable for his actions. Why would he write something that we are all potential R words and murderers and PRI members, sons of bees, for being human beings and not for having a what? I'm sorry to tell you, not everybody subscribes to being potential R's and murderers. Okay, boo boo. Not everybody subscribes to what that madness. So his some of his questionable tweets are coming to light. Now, keep in mind, Maria is a survivor. Her former boyfriend was a famous political person, and he decided to hire somebody to splash acid on her. So she is a acid attack survivor and a person who was in a relationship that clearly probably might have been abusive. So if anybody knows what abuse is and clearly who's been in some very tragic, bad situations, Maria Elena Rios knows. So I don't know, for her to come out and say this about this man, and it looks like she's been having, they like the podcast and certain people knew that this person, like Tenoch, did this to her, and now it's surfacing. Yeah, it is not looking good. It's not looking good at all. It's not. It's not looking good at all. It really isn't. It's looking bad. And then these tweets that are resurfacing talking about we are all potential rapists. Are you out of your mind? No, we not. That don't even sound right. It don't even sound good. This is sick. Like this right here is really a little bit twisted. So I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna end up in court. I don't know if she's taking him to court behind this. I don't know how this is gonna play out, but I'll be watching because this right here, like I'm sick to my stomach. Like what we like she literally said, like somebody asked her, like, did he sexually assault you? And she says, yes, he did. So whatever happened is, what is done in the dark shall come to light. So we'll see as time goes by what comes to light. But right now, this right here, this situation is not looking good for him at all. At all. Well, that's it, y'all. It Goddess Raven, um, pop culture goddess, whatever you want to call it. Like I'm just throwing this like seeing Namor accused of doing this is just throwing me all the way the hell off. Um, Please comment below and let me know what you think about this situation. Subscribe and comment and like. I appreciate it. On that note, I'm out.